For several days, an indigenous community performs several ceremonies and a structure towering over a village is constructed. Chants weave through the gurgle of the river and rustle of the forest. The sounds of flutes and gongs and thump of wood and feet reverberate through the house. Sacrificial animals are slaughtered. Almost all members of the community come together in festivity and solemnity, displaying multiple expressions of their beliefs, aspirations, and traditions, embodied and unified in a spectacular system of rituals. The Subanen is an indigenous ethnic group in southern Philippines whose traditional homeland is the Zamboanga Peninsula of western Mindanao. They are spread out in the provinces of Zamboanga del Norte, Zamboanga del Sur, Zamboanga Sibugay, and in some municipalities of Misamis Occidental Province. The Subanen, whose name means people of the river, because they used to inhabit areas near the rivers, are traditionally Swidden farmers. While ethnically identified as one, the Subanen vary according to language, geography, and religion. Their rich culture can be seen through their traditional crafts such as basketry, vernacular architecture, embroidery, mat weaving, and art forms such as music, dance, and oral literature. Some elements of Subanen traditional culture and way of life have changed or been lost over the course of time, but some also endure, such as the Buklog, one of the grandest and most complex rituals among indigenous cultures of the Philippines. Unique to the Subanen, and the most important of their rituals and celebrations, the Buklog is known for its magnitude and complexity, involving the whole community and numerous aspects of their traditional cultures, from animistic beliefs and native cosmology to crafts making and arts. Thus, the Buklog has become a hallmark of their culture and a very significant marker of their identity. An ancient practice with mystic origins mentioned in Subanen epics, the Buklog is an elaborate Thanksgiving ritual with several attendant rituals. It is held to appease and express gratitude to the spirits for many reasons, such as a bountiful harvest, recovery from sickness or calamity, or acknowledgement of a new leader. The most distinctive feature of the Buklog is a tall structure with a high, flexible platform which serves as a sacred and social space for rituals and community dance. Aside from being a sacred area, it also acts as a large musical instrument. As participants dance, the Buklog structure makes a distinctive, percussive sound, drawing more people. One Buklog held in recent time is called Buklog Tindig, where several communities all over the Zamboanga Peninsula joined, affirming the importance of the ritual in Subanen culture and identity.
danan, kung umidang ako din ito ni Buklog, pitawag ko nila naman dito. Minangayo din po mani ako, midatang kami din, nga, istorya kami da yung nangas majorya katuyuan nila sa Buklog. Ito pa, sungada yung makpatalo din, gitungan buat tungal sendangan, ngita kami nando din Sibak na yun. Layo nakaihuan, Buklog daw. Tinawag nila nga ni ay Buklog ka ni. Buklog taindag. Manjadi tinindagan so bansa Subanen. Di niya ako malarang. Inaan pasalamat tulong. Ya, aron maglo umeta ito so nga gitaw din nga sinungan ako mga parinti. Kaya din ako malarang. So bago lang ang Subanen, doon na yung pakpinda. Kasi nga parinti mo.
The Buklog ritual is planned by the head of a host family, usually a village chief called timuay, if the leader is male, or timuay glibun, if the leader is a woman. They initiate, lead, and promote the observance of the Buklog to reaffirm their integrity as a socio-political unit and to share their resources within the community. Along with other community leaders, they negotiate and solicit the people's cooperation and support and act in consonance with the advice of the Gohuman, the Council of Elders. All community members are engaged in the planning and preparation of the Buklog. Reinforcing social cohesion, everyone is encouraged to prepare contributions of food, offerings, labor, and forest products because those who contribute are believed to partake in blessings from the gods. A shaman or ritual specialist called Balyan officiates the Buklog and a series of attendant rituals with the help of the timuay and his assistants. Holding continuing access to power in healing, divination, and mediation, the Balyan maintains the ability to see and communicate with the spirits, to discern their presence and actions, and to know how to deal with them even in exceptionally difficult situations.
Inaan mi balo dog balian. Guanggod ag mi laro. Sebulan no jud mauli ay ag sinolak mo balilid. Laong no naagapok nami kito. Guanda yun sa dinami binitinan. Bagas para palmeruli nililang pagumanok. Inasamin sa din binisaya inasamin gumanok. Minita dito. Kanit lang pakanurong. Pakanungan, Buklog para makagbalian. Yun po rin yung miulian. Ano yun? Huwag pag idad po sa anyos.
Among other things, the attendant or preparatory rituals ensure harmony among members of a family or clan and the community, as well as between the human, natural, and the spiritual worlds. Harmony is requisite to the success of the Buklog, an indication of a socially cohesive community. In the first ritual of the Sinulampong, the Balyan asks permission from the spirits to cut timber for the construction of the Buklog structure and signifies the community's readiness for the ritual.
Kunan ni subay mapasyon diwata. Mapasyon diwata, masinulampong guras ta rito nga tinalo gayo. Taranta masabi ito diwata. Nagbabaya. Kay gayo, singuk bitangid lambak lupa bod langit bitang darme gayo. Doon ni gapuon. Kung na doon ni gapuon, pasbalon tayo nga tinalo sinulampong magurasi ta rito pigapo rigayo. Aron di ita sipatan, di ita silaan dito kaman nagatagayo.
In the Sangat ritual, community members offer pairs of coins to two strong spirits in order to maintain the balance in the spirit world. During the Panmalwasan, which is done in the dark, the spirits of the departed are invited to partake in the festivity with offerings of food.
Kinikita ko na.
Importante rin kalau tayo ni hindi kasangatin. Narapliton sa patanta sa pilak ni rakit. Ano sa tumang sabot unang dapat silangan sa pilak to din eh. Natalon sa ano.
The rituals of gambang and galet are for the spirits. One is done at the nearest river for the water-dwelling spirits. And another facing the mountains for the land spirits. The gathering of materials for the building of the Buklog structure is itself a ritual called kanugulangan. During the cutting of trees, especially for the important components of the Buklog structure, giloys are chanted.
Balik boy. Muli na rin silong balay. Wan mo to. Kaya sinukot kita dyan. Malay na siya rin kawan din. Oh, lakmi yakat. Yulo.
Awan baran di tao pagyonan nakakaubos mo kulangan sendito ketawayan hindi tama
Niya kung mama may kutong sayaw.
dahil ni magbali na kinik
Giloy, or chants of praise, music, and dance are performed all throughout the ritual, functioning not only for entertainment, but to embody the aesthetic aspects of the Subanen life and to substantiate their spirituality.
Ay giloy, buat to dito pa nga magapo pa. Anak lak na nauya mi betadon. Buat pa dito ngagapo nami. So bagal mi piyam Buklog kadang Buklogilan. Anak mam permanente magiloy dah sa magbaklog. Kanigangot ni asog sinoturo laliag kay bolak ni katiyolo milup na led di bawang mitukidig banwa sugabo pam menlusung gabuk panda bembalai nanandau bim balana gabuk ni gendak ni karena bulak mau mana itawag bulak ay tinawag ito bulak kay nagwang ito para di na subag Buklog na tinawag bulak malaw ni mangugong doon kaya anak gwa subang agataw maghangi dito.
After the different rituals, a structure can then be built. It is an elevated wooden structure, which is also called Buklog, and it is where the ritual derives its name. The Buklog structure is connected to the house by a stair bridge called timuay, through which participants enter, creating a representation of man's journey from the mundane to the sacred. A highlighting of the construction is the placing of the dulugan and the petao at the center of the structure, done in a ceremony. A hollowed-out log is placed under the platform in a trench, while a single pole, the petao, floats above it, piercing through at the center of the platform. While people dance, the petao and dulugan hit each other like mortar and pestle, making a booming sound believed to please the spirits and signify the culmination of the festivity. The final ritual of the Buklog, called Gatiyan, is done on the platform where the rules for the celebration are expressed and the spirits start to commune with the people. This is followed by a community dance called Gabat, a moment marked by joy and excitement resulting from the renewal of spiritual and social relationships within the community. All community members and even visitors are encouraged to join the rituals and festivity. Their movements resonate through the Buklog. The Gabat can go on all day and all night long for several days. It is a moment of joy, excitement, and togetherness, a sense of play as a ritual. As the Subanen society changed over time, the holding of the Buklog becomes rarer. But it still survives to this day, and its perseverance may owe to the fact of its extensive and multifarious significance. The Buklog performs both communal and integrative functions. The Subanen's economic, social, political, cultural, and ritual lives intertwine to constitute a single system motivated by shared tenets of cultural survival. Consulting the spirits, working with nature, and sharing with others. The Subanen's deep sense of spirituality is affirmed in the Buklog, where a representation of Diwata Magbabaya, the supreme god, as Apo Asog, the great ancestor, joins the community. Through the Buklog, the Subanen indigenous secret knowledge is respected, preserved, and transmitted. The ritual system remains the most compelling cultural marker of the Subanen's individual and collective identity, and the strongest unifying force of the community. Its significance and symbol are universal, with its emphasis on harmony in the family, community, and the human, nature, and the spirit worlds. The Buklog proves to be a unifier of all things.